Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play The Pillars of the Earth. Last time we met Percy Hamley's very, very young wife, and gave her some advice, and now we're playing as Philip, and we're gonna see what Jack is up to. Ah, the storm has died down. Jack is still at work, maybe he cannot sleep as well.
A magnificent cathedral. But I would have been more than content with the old one, had it not been burned to the ground.
Okay, that old one was going to fall down anyway. Okay. Here they all lie in wait, dearest friends that went before me. When my time comes, I shall see them again.
If James died in that fire, then what happened to his remains? He was never properly buried, and that is Jack's fault.
Okay, come on, dude. Seriously? You're gonna be like this now? Okay, let's see. What else can I click on around here? Oh, I can go up here.
Hello? I thought I saw someone.
What is going on now? There's someone walking over here, I think. Unless that was just... I don't know. Yeah, I do see there's someone over here too. What? Like, what's the big deal? Jack outdid himself. England never saw a cathedral like this. Oh, there's not supposed to be people around here?
That came from the kitchen.
What is going on?
Oh, it's you.
You startled me.
I thought I heard something. Was that you?
No, but I heard it too. Maybe Aliena came back.
No. No, she's asleep. She returned a few hours ago. Damn it.
Jack.
Sorry. There's someone in the kitchen.
Yes, I think you're right.
Stay behind me. I'll go ahead. There's someone in here.
Outlaws. They are probably just after food. I will talk to them. All right.
Okay, don't know why they don't see us. They are forced to steal. Terrible times. How desperate they must be. Yeah, this is some pretty bad times, but still, thievery shouldn't be an option here.
Please. Listen.
What the?
Oh. We don't mean you harm.
Philip, be careful! Damn it! Philip, throw me a stone!
Alright, let's... Oh, no, 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 no.
Ah! Jack, no! It's him.
Him who?
Brother Marcus.
Brother Marcus?
He took Cuthbert's keys to steal food here from the kitchen. Because of me, Remigius found out. And he left. We never saw him again.
Looks like he came back.
Wow, that was based on a choice we made ages ago.
You didn't mean for this to happen.
No, but...
What about him?
Don't be afraid.
Ow.
Jack! did you do that, you animal? I will get the others.
No!
What?
He's just a child.
Just a child. Jack forgave the child, just like that. And I forgave him. For that was what he had been when he arrived in Kingsbridge. Just a child. Who was I to judge this man for not confessing earlier what he had done? I had never told his wife, Aliena, that I was responsible for her fate, and for her father's. Even that night, when we all met, I did not dare to tell her.
The walls of Kingsbridge weren't enough anymore. The outlaws had found a way in. We weren't safe in our homes.
So this is what it has come to. Kingsbridge is under attack.
Why didn't Uncle Richard chase them away? Why?
Now, do not exaggerate. This is not a siege.
We only saw 2 of them, and one of them was a child.
But they almost killed you.
Blame the drought, blame William, blame politics. Just calm them down.
They were just looking for food. They didn't mean any harm.
It's the drought. It destroyed all the crops. They must eat something.
Desperate or not, they're only the vanguard of a full-scale invasion.
If we had a decent Earl, the people wouldn't be starving.
It is all too easy to blame a desperate child. Forgiveness is much harder.
It is.
But forgive we must.
Can you? Forgive, I mean.
I already have.
Hamley is the reason for this. He's to blame. It's that simple.
Well, he won't be Earl for long. The Treaty of Wallingford has been signed at last. It's only a matter of time until things change.
What treaty? Winchester is in turmoil about this right now. Stephen and Maud have signed the treaty. Maud's son, Duke Henry, is to be crowned the next king.
And, by agreement, all lands are to be returned to their previous owners.
But Stephen will continue to rule as long as he lives.
The earldom will be ours again.
It will not.
Why the bloody hell not?
Bloody hell.
Language?
No one will enforce this until Stephen is dead.
What is to be done then?
Appeal to the new king, ask them to stay strong, defend the outlaws, give food.
We have to stay strong. Steadfast. We only have to wait until Hamley is stripped of power, right?
That would take too long. Many more will starve or die by his sword.
Well, if they're hungry, can't we just give them something to eat? I'll share.
We should, and we will. But there are too many to feed them all.
We must do something.
Well, I cannot sit quietly and wait until Stephen dies of old age. The Treaty of Wallingford is in place. I won't wait for another 17 years. Not when I'm so close to fulfilling the promise I made to my father.
You're right, but it wasn't William Hamley who came here last night. It's the outlaws we need to worry about.
Well, what do we do about it?
Turn outlaws against William. Oh, I remember this part in the book.
Ha! You know, we could solve all our problems with one blow. We could either fight those outlaws, or we could make them fight for us.
Fight for you?
Right! We could make them attack William Hamley.
Huh.
And while they're busy killing each other, We can plan a surprise attack.
I won't have any of that.
What about his mother? I've heard that Hamleigh still listens to her, that she still has a say in Earl's Castle.
Yes, let's tell his mother.
If we spoke to Regan Hamleigh, we might not need a physical confrontation at all.
That'll never work. We have to assault them and take back our father's castle. Even if that means fighting alongside the outlaws.
I don't like either choice, to be honest.
Neither do I. So, what do you think, Elena?
I'll negotiate with Regan Hamleigh. I'll talk to the outlaws. Yeah, Regan's not a very reasonable person from what I remember.
I will talk to the outlaws. Maybe we can find someone who can speak on their behalf. And if there's no one, then we will.
I'll ride with you.
You won't, Cub. Not with that leg of yours.
Your mother is right. Besides, if we all turn up, they might think we mean them harm.
Alright, let's do this.
Our hopes of meeting allies on the road to Shiring were fading with every mile. The only people we saw were sitting by the side of the road, broken and starving. Shiring was riddled with death and despair. I'd heard that Wigley had just been raided by outlaws, leaving them almost entirely without cattle. Maybe someone there knew where the raiders had come from. But Calford, on the other hand, had a recent falling out with William Hamleigh. There was a chance that they would be quick to join our resistance.
I think Calford sounds like the better choice here. And is closer.
We entered the village. There was a weary young man trying to repair a roof. He pointed toward a ruined mill. Hamleigh's mill, he called it, which used to have the right to grind all grain from the nearby villages.
Seriously, it is something stupid to have the right to grind grain. That is... it's like...
That was until a few days ago. Hamleigh had come to collect his share and, due to the famine, was met with empty coffers. Enraged, he'd killed the miller and had taken every last bag of flour belonging to the starving people of Calford. Many had fled into the forest, desperate for their lives.
Oh yeah, I remember it goes into detail about this event in the book. And William takes advantage of one of the ladies, but they fight back against him. So that was definitely a good place to go. So let's go to Shiring. Oh, whoops.
On the road to Shiring, a shrouded figure jumped into our path. It was an outlaw. Fumbling a blunt sword once fit for a knight, he demanded our horses and coin. Richard calmly pulled out his own sword, shutting the man up immediately. I asked whether they, the outlaws, had a kind of leader I could speak to. His face said it all. A confused, furrowed brow and a wrinkled nose. "We have no leader, we're on our own," he spat out, then ran away as fast as he could. Shiring had been declining for years. Only the cathedral had been growing day by day, looming over the lands. That cathedral seemed to be sucking the land dry. Its presence was malevolent, like a bad omen. To fund the construction, Hamleigh had expelled countless tenants who were behind on their payments, taking their possessions. This made the impact of the famine even worse than it already was.
What was up here? This was, Huntley. There's Monksfield.
I'd been to Monksfield before. It was where I'd met Elizabeth sheltering from the storm. Despite its few inhabitants, it had been a fairly large community with the best soil in the region. Now it was very much abandoned, its farmhouses raided and empty. There was nothing for us here. We needed a better lead for finding the outlaws.
Okay. I believe the lead was up here, but I missed it before, so let's just do a little alley-oop all the way back up.
The fields of Huntley spurred fond memories. Here, I'd negotiated my first deal to transport and sell the farmer's wool. Now, the meadows had turned to straw, and the sheep were dead. Soon, we reached Uncle Simon's abandoned hut. Our horses needed rest, so we wanted to leave them there while we looked around on foot. Then, I remembered how Richard had been kicked by the man William had paid to catch us, and the horrible sounds he'd made lying there. Inside the hut, I was startled by a hunched figure hiding in a corner, nibbling on a lump of bread. Upon seeing us, the creature's eyes widened, like those of a frightened animal. I asked him where he got bread in times like these. Was it stolen? No, I got it from the butcher. The people at Sally's quarry told me to ask the butcher, he blurted out, startled by his own voice. Mistaking our interest for greed, he wolfed down the rest of the bread.
Poor guy.
Before we could ask more, the frightened man jumped up and fled into the forest. The butcher. Was he the one we were looking for? A leader whom the downtrodden trusted and feared? Maybe we could find him at the quarry the man had mentioned.
Okay. Where's this? Oh, there it is. Jeez, we are making all sorts of loops here, but it's for the greater cause.
The abandoned quarry was teeming with activity. Many poor souls were gathering around a fireplace, boiling a stew from meat and turnips. It was plain to see that these people weren't held together by blood or profession, but by hunger and desperation. And by their numbers, I thought, that could make them quite dangerous. Were these outlaws? The outlaws were using a moss-covered cave and little huts as shelter. Through the cave entrance, we could see stacked crates of goods, most likely stolen. The outlaws were of varying ages and seemed almost peaceful in their little haven. Suddenly, we were startled by a shout. "Who are you?" a boy demanded with anger in his eyes. All eyes darted towards us. Their reactions were as varied as their faces. Some looked afraid, curious, and confused. Others were full of hatred and contempt. "We're not here to hurt you," I explained. "We just want to talk." "Where can I find the butcher?" I asked. Their faces expressed anger and fear. I explained that we were looking for food. They told us that the butcher was still in Monksfield, but that meat would come every couple of days. I said that wouldn't be a problem, not knowing what they meant. It looked like our path would lead us back to Monksfield.
So they're just gonna let us go? I guess so. Back to Monksfield. Hey, this place again. Okay. As calm as the other night, seems to have no worry in the world. She's got plenty of food here.
Thank you for giving me and my friend shelter the other day.
Weather's fine now, so what do you want this time?
Ask about meat, ask about the butcher.
We're looking for the butcher.
The butcher of Monksfield has long since moved away.
Damn, I can't believe it.
No need for cursing, young man. If you bring me an animal, I can prepare it for you.
Do people call you the butcher then?
Why do you ask? What do you want?
Do you have a lot of outlaws passing by?
You don't see it in their faces, dear. But we all have been failed by the law and our leaders. Don't you agree?
Oh, yes, I do.
I asked because we feel the same way. And we're looking for a way to make things right again.
Is that so?
We're looking to build an army to invade Earl's Castle and kill Earl William Hamley.
Oh my. If it was that easy, someone would have done that a long time ago. The poor souls I meet, they're just simple people. They're not an army.
We would lead them.
I'm a knight. I know how to turn ordinary men into fighters.
In their condition, most of them can barely kill a chicken, let alone a man. These people are mothers, fathers, hard workers, yes, but they are not soldiers.
We'd reward them if they helped us.
You must know we are the rightful heirs to Earl Bartholomew of Shiring, and would show ourselves very generous.
So, you're just another pair of nobles who want to use us as pawns in their battle, to die for you.
It is the best chance we have. This is a battle for the sake of the people of Shiring, for all of us.
It's rubbish. It's what it is.
We are offering you a chance to rid the land of Hamley, to fight for your freedom.
The last time I saw you, you showed kindness toward that young woman who was with you. I am willing to listen to a good soul, but I won't help you blindly.
There we go.
That woman that was here, that you helped, that was Hamley's wife. His wife, my God. How stupid do you think we are?
Right, it's a trap.
Well, how can these people put their life at risk if they do not trust you? You are not like us.
Yeah.
Just that you would fight without them, it's just that you were poor once too.
If you don't help us, we will fight alone. Even with a new king, no one will come to Shiring to remove the Hamleys.
If the mighty and powerful refuse to fight this man, then why should we?
We're hungry and sick. Do we look like we can fight?
I'm not going to help you lead these people to their death. Who are you to think you can face William Hamley?
Yeah,
We're
I'm with
staying
her.
here.
Mentioned how your father was a just earl.
We are the children of Bartholomew, Earl of Shiring.
Our father once ruled with a firm but benevolent hand. You must remember how good you had it.
Well, better than now, but that's easy.
He did have guts, though, trying to take on Stephen.
So, you are his daughter and son, you say?
Yes, all we know we learned from him.
Yeah, good point now.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Mm-hmm.
Even if we work together, Hamley is too powerful.
You ask us to sacrifice our lives for your noble cause, these people will die.
Philip's support, assure their safety, assure you that you will make the same sacrifice. People do like Philip, I think.
We already have Kingsbridge on our side, including the bright mind of Prior Philip.
Oh, Philip of Kingsbridge. I have heard of him. A wise man, yes.
He took in the survivors of Hamley's raid of Earl's Castle.
Yes, and I was one of them.
He wouldn't let anybody go into certain death. Their plan must be a good plan. Yeah.
Yeah.
She does.
Listen to yourself. You don't sound any better than the kings and nobles that have stolen from us and forsaken us.
Yeah, get lost.
Wait!
Didn't you hear? Get out.
How can you be so dense? This is your battle too.
We've lost them, Richard. Let's go.
Dang, did I not make...
It's probably better this way. We are on our own. If we succeed, things will be better. For all of you, I promise.
I will pray for you, child. It is not too late to stop. Stay away from Earl's Castle.
For us, there is no turning back.
I actually don't know if I could have convinced them. The first laws have made their way into Kingsbridge. Your former novice brother Marcus was one of the outlaws. You have a chance to take back Earl's Castle and fulfill your oath. You found a leader of the outlaws. You made no promises regarding the safety of the outlaws if they chose to attack. You failed to raise an army and will have to stop William alone. Oh, I actually really don't like that. I really don't like that. For the first time, I'm actually tempted.
So, after 17 years, I finally returned to the place I'd once called home.
Tempted to go back and change that.
Because I had failed to gain support from the people of Shiring, my only hope now was a deal with William Hamley's mother, Regan. A woman whose possible support was only guaranteed by rumor.
Earl's Castle. Originally, the father of Earl Bartholomew... Originally, the father of Earl Bartholomew ordered to build a castle a few miles outside the market town of Shiring, which is meant to serve as the seat of the town's earl. That area, including a small village, the surroundings, and the building itself, is now known as Earl's Castle. The castle had mainly served as living quarters for the Earl's family, but its defenses have rarely been used. After Earl's Castle had been violently seized by the Hamleys, all of their inhabitants were driven from the estate. Nowadays, Earl's Castle is a name to be feared. Ever since the Cathedral of Shiring was finished, William Hamley has become more disgruntled. Some believe he had lost his faith and only lives to satisfy his own greed and hunger by stealing from starving peasants. No kidding.
Get in line and stay in line. You'll all get your chance to pay your dues to Lord Hamley, you hear? So no pushing.
So can we possibly take this castle back? Let's see what we can do next time on Let's Play The Pillars of the Earth. Thank you for watching and have a good day.
Why does Lord